All right, today is quantum consciousness, and the topic is the difference between dark and light magic. This is a good one. Okay. Yeah, we do have a group clearing today. Fear of your own power. Good one. All right, so the difference between dark and light. Hey, Cynthia, can you hear me okay? Just testing my sound. Can you hear me okay? Just let me know. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, all good. Cool. All right. Okay, so this is today's quantum consciousness, and the topic is the difference between dark and light magic. This is a good question, or good topic, because people do different things. Like, for example, people do like hexes and charms, and people do different things. Like, for example, someone wants to get pregnant or something, or someone wants to cast a spell on someone. So it's simple. Think about this, okay? If you're doing something from the heart, you're doing it from the light, okay? If you're manipulating and trying to control, and if you're trying to do something underhanded or secretly, meaning let's pretend like I want someone to fall in love with me, okay? So, I'm going to go get a hex, charm, something, okay? So there's something in that that's not really of the light. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a desire coming from a place of wounded, really, I mean, wouldn't you rather have someone love you because they really love you, rather than put some kind of hex or charm on them? Okay, but so when you think about what you're doing, what is the reason behind? Like if I'm doing something, if I'm going to do magic, if I'm going to do something using magic, and I'm going to, use the light, then it's going to have to be things of lightness, meaning of good things, high vibrational frequencies. And, most of us aren't going to be doing magic, I mean, in some ways, magic happens with the work. I mean, it seems like magic happens when someone's having an issue and you clear it out and they can't find it. That's like magic. It's gone, okay? But it's not magic. It's just moving energy. So we're talking about magic here, okay? So when we think about the dark arts, dark magic, okay, when you look at people that have done, things like black magic or voodoo or sorcery or wizardry, it's not that they can't be of light, but here's the thing: black magic is black magic. There ain't no white in that at all. Okay, so here's the thing, and lies in the problem for most everyone who's alive on the planet now, is they've used black magic, or they've used the powers of darkness in some way in the past, and now they're having lots of problems. Finances, relationships, health, you get whacked pretty hard because there's interferences. So with the black magic, you're literally utilizing a darker energy. And when we say the dark energy, we mean more of the black energy, the negative energy. When we think about things like Satanism, okay, that's they do rituals, they do all kinds of different things, but one of the things they do is rituals. They do sacrifices, mostly animal, but occasionally there's human. Blood sacrifices, death, killing something, chickens, goats, rabbits, people, babies. Okay, so those are, you're really calling forth some really dark energies. When you think about the powers of darkness, and when you think about opening up those portals, you open up those gateways, opening up the energy so that you can utilize that power of darkness, to create some kind of charm or hex or magic, so to speak. you're connecting with and opening doors into really dark negative energies. And these really dark negative energies have demons in them, and they have all kinds of creature beings and humans as well. And when you look at that energy, there's nothing of light there. You're sourcing from a really dark energy. You're sourcing sometimes from evil consciousness, evil frequencies. You're sourcing from like the blacker energies. Like when we think about things like Lucifer or Satan, that type of thing, calling upon those. I mean, clearly people utilize those energies. Clearly there are Satanists. Clearly, okay. And when we open those doors and we start using magic, doing magic because we want to have something, gain something, own something, possess something, whatever that is we're wanting. I mean, you can do it on all levels, like this, even someone who wants to get pregnant, they can't get pregnant. Oh, well, let me do some magic. I'll do a magic charm, or I'll do some kind of magic, okay? Now, if you're using the black magic, this is not a good thing. This is like negative. That means in some ways you're tying that pregnancy, you're tying the people in to the powers of darkness. And here's the thing. Once you start opening those doors to the powers of darkness, there's no closing them. You don't close them. And that's why people are attacked, like in this night right now, in this time period. I have many people, it's just crazy amount of people who are feeling like they're under attack by the powers of darkness in some way. So if you understand that we've utilized those powers, rather than connecting with that true light that we are and coming from that heart place, we're sourcing externally, and we're going after, we want to make something happen. We want to curse somebody or do castings or whatever. So the energies that we're tapping into are really dark. They're negative. They're like I said, some of them are actually evil energies. Some of them are really just the intense energies of the devil, the Satan, things of that nature. And there's others as well. It isn't not limited to that. So all kinds of energies out on the astral planes that are like, there's dark lords. Dark lords are definitely, they're not of Satan. They're not connected to Satanism, but they're definitely involved in darker energies, darker practices. Okay, so one of the reasons why people start utilizing the powers of darkness is because they don't understand or don't realize that they can actually use the light. Okay, it's kind of a trip, because one would think that, wow, when you think that if you want to cast something or do something that you would think of the light. Well, no, because it has a quality of it that has to do with, we want to do something that we know is a little devious, or that we know isn't like pure. Okay, it's like there might be greed involved. Like, let's just say I want money, so I'm going to do something. I'm going to do some kind of magic to bring money in. Well, if I'm going to use, when I'm thinking about that, I'm not thinking about the light. I'm thinking about the dark. Okay, so I'm using the dark energies to bring in what I want. Okay, but let's come back to the differences. Some of the biggest differences have to do with the intention, but also there's an energy frequency. If you're using darkness, like for example, black magic, people do all kinds of stuff, like they're different countries, big time. And it's rampant in those areas, okay? And it's interesting because a lot of these countries, they're like third world countries. You know what I mean? Like there's lower consciousness, lower vibration energy. So they use a lot of the dark energies, or darkness, the powers of darkness. And when you're opening up those doors to have that kind of power, you're doing different things. You're doing ceremonies, you're doing rituals, you're doing something to open up doorways, to open up the energy so that you can call upon the powers of darkness, that you have an energy frequency that you're using to come through you, okay, to do something, whatever that desired outcome is. You're using those energies. The problem lies with once you open those doors. Okay, so here's the thing. You've taken some kind of oath, you've made some kind of promise, you've made some kind of agreement, some kind of a contract, and those are binding. Okay, that's don't be thinking that you can just, yeah, I'll just open that door just one time and I'll close it. It doesn't work that way. Seriously, you have done some kind of a contract agreement. They are severely binding. Okay, the powers of darkness do not want to let you go, and you can have a lot of power. Like seriously, like if you really get into, like for example, when you look at Satanism, let's just use that because that's got some really gnarly, nasty, dark stuff in there, and you open that door, so you get involved with Satanism. You start doing rituals, you start doing blood sacrifices, and then there's people who literally get skilled at doing things like soul capturing, okay, soul devouring, soul annihilating, okay, soul torturing. Okay, these are all in really powerful things that people do. For example, in the soul capturing, what you're doing, basically you're killing somebody. And at the moment of death, you know how the soul actually leaves the body. They know that happens. Okay, so the body dies, the soul leaves. They've become very skilled at literally capturing that soul and putting it in a soul box, some kind of soul container. People, this is happening to this day. When I was living in Vegas, okay, not that long ago, actually 10 years ago or something, I had a client that was that got involved with some people that were satanic worshipers, and they had two souls in a box, and he saw them. Okay, and this person was getting severely being harmed because of. It's not that he didn't open the door himself, but he had a friend, and he did hang out with the friend. He did go into the room where the rituals were. He did see the soul boxes. When all that happened, now all these energies are attacking him. Okay, so it was major unraveling, trying to free him from that attack. So think about this. What kind of human would really want to have the powers? What kind of powers are you looking for? Okay, that you would actually sacrifice somebody or something to have these kinds of powers. Okay, where's your mind? Where's your thinking? Where's your heart? Okay, think about that. Okay, we're talking evil, we're talking negativity, we're talking personal gain, we're talking greed, we're talking money, we're talking wealth, we're talking power. Okay, so people that do the soul devouring, what that means is when the soul dies, body died, kill body, soul leaves the body. They're not putting it in a soul box. They're bringing it in to their own self. It's like taking it in to their own body and to their own being. I can always tell when anyone's done soul capturing because there's a certain vibrational frequency that presents, that identifies, they got foreign souls in their body, not entities. Okay, we're talking beings that they devoured in some lifetime that's still with them. Okay, so you're opening the doors for really negative things, but here's the thing. Once you decide that you don't want to play anymore, and you think, okay, I'm gonna turn away from this, I'm done, I'm gonna close those doors, it doesn't stop. You are never freed, never let go until or unless you've got somebody that can release you. Okay, my team can release, I can release. We end that crap all the time. But if you don't know how, you're not going to get some psychic to stop it, I guarantee it. Okay, you have to have a connection at some level. In fact, in our training, in the Dark Force trainings, we actually connect you with these powers, the beings that are, and you're connecting with them in a way that's like, okay, we're meeting each other. When I come, what's up. Okay, so that's the whole training thing with that. But basically, once you've opened those doors, game over. But you're conjuring, you're using darkness. Okay, think about what you're opening up to. Even things like Ouija boards, man, those things are like, they should be banned, seriously, because people don't know what they're opening themselves up to. Bad things happen all the time. There's other means, there's all kinds of different ways of opening up the portals, opening up the gateways, opening up the energies, so you can start pulling in these energies and using them for personal gain, for personal wealth, personal power, just different, many different things you can use them for. So when you understand what this really means, when you get that, wow, when I open that door, it never closes, and unless I can find somebody who can literally help release me from that binding, it's like your lives will be messed up. You'll be tortured. I probably at least 75 of the people that I work with have dark force interferences. That's a lot. Okay. So when we utilize the power of light, okay, like for example, everything I do is of the light. It doesn't mean, it doesn't mean that I don't kick butt. Okay. It doesn't mean that I don't, cast some stuff out. It doesn't mean that I don't deal with demons. I do. Okay. But I'm using the light, the power of the light. Here's the thing with the light. There's nothing greater than the light. Nothing. Okay. And think about this. Everything came from the light. Okay. Everything is of the light. It just turned away from it. So you got these evil energies that want to come through you. Okay. That want to come through and utilize you, and they will mess you up. They will mess your body up. They'll mess your mind up. They'll mess your life up just when you open those doors. And then also think about this. Once you've opened the door, then they want you to do more. Okay, think about that. So here you are, a little innocent, thinking, oh, I'm just going to do some voodoo because that man stole my money and I want to punish him. Okay, alrighty. Open that door, do your little things, cast it, and man has a death. He gets injured or something. So it worked. Oh, but now you're done. No, they still want to come through. They still want to work with you. They still want you to do things. They want that energy because a lot of these darker energies do not incarnate. Demons do not incarnate in physical form. Okay? Other creatures that are of the darkness do not incarnate in physical form. But they can utilize your body. They can come into your body. They can use you to do different things. So for them, they want you to open those doors. Okay. But once you do, it game over for you, basically. Okay. So you want to use magic, then think about what are you using it for? What's your intent? What's your purpose? Okay. Do you want to do good things? Let's just say that you want to help somebody get pregnant. Okay. So that can go either way. It can go either way. I want to use some magic, but I'm going to use light. Okay, use the light to cast some charms or to cast some kind of energy that will help to open the body up. So what's happening is with the dark stuff, we're literally penetrating and we're doing negative things. We're affecting people internally in their bodies, around them, all kinds of stuff. And it's a darker frequency. It's a denser, heavier energy. Okay. But if we're doing something like, okay, yeah, let's open it up. And we're not saying it's going to happen because there's no guarantee that we're going to, someone wants to get pregnant. Okay. So what we can do though, is we can literally bring the light in. We can bring the light into the body. We can bring in the energy frequency of perhaps there's a soul that they're supposed to be coming in. So we start connecting with that soul, and there's just different things that we can do to bring that in, to create some kind of light magic to open up the uterus, to make it nice and healthy, to get it really so the energies are good and strong, being able to hold a pregnancy or whatever. And but it's still coming from a place of love and light. Okay. Remember, probably one of the biggest differences will be there's a secret hiddenness when we use the powers of darkness. There's a deviousness. There's an intention to cause harm often, or to interfere with someone's life, but it's negative. It's not coming from a beautiful open heart because you're caring and wanting the best for someone. Okay, so you can feel it within your own self. You can feel when you got good intentions. You can feel when I want to curse this guy, I want to punish this person. Those are negative feelings. Okay. That's not of the light. The light isn't around cursing and casting and torturing and punishing people. That's not what's up. Okay. Frequency of light is pure love and light. Love. Got it? Love. Unconditional love. Not the oh baby, or I love my kids, or, whatever. It's that unconditional love where the heart is open and you're loving without attachment, without wanting something in return. It's that frequency of pure love. when you're working from that, when you're doing magic from there, it's very powerful, very potent. But here, sometimes people they think that there's more power in the darkness. Guys, when I lived in Colorado, I had a friend, good longtime friend, healer person, and actually kind of surprised me one day. she's doing magic, but she's using dark magic, and she says she doesn't want anybody to know that. Well, duh, why would she? You know, you're a person supposed to be a healer, and what, you're using dark magic? That's not okay. Or it's okay, I mean, do what you want, but she didn't want people to know. So clearly she knew it wasn't the best thing to be doing, but she was doing it because that's how she was doing things all her life, and so she continued to do that. Okay, so big difference between black magic, using the powers of darkness, and the powers of light to do magic. Okay, it's basically come from the heart. Don't ever be pulling in darkness. If you want to create magic, use the light. Feel into your heart. You know, maybe you want to have magic where you can travel through time. You know, taking your awareness through time. Well, there's nothing. You're not causing harm. You're not hurting. You know, you're not destroying things, being harmful, hurtful, hateful. It's more of light. Okay, but is it because you just want to explore and experience, or because you want to go back and cause harm? Anything that's going to cause harm, the light will not participate in. Okay, that's what's up. Light will not participate. Okay, so I want to let everybody know today, in about 40 minutes, I have a fear of your own power today. Fear of your own power. Okay, which can also be connected to people playing with black magic or powers of darkness, dark powers. Okay, misuse of power. Got it? That's caused people to fear their own power. Okay, all right. I'm just going to check and see if we got any things of interest here. Cool. Okay, Jennifer, I think dark force module. Okay, so whoa, what was that? Stand. J the rage. Okay, stand. All my life, others around me, open the demons, including family, so-called. I don't know what that means. Okay. Okay, Lisa, just call you in when listening to disconnect. Yeah. This is okay. Just call. Okay, so when people are listening to. Yes. Okay, I get it. So what's happening, Lisa's asking, you guys, just so you know, on my foundations training, I recorded 10 hours of demo, you know what I mean? Like it's a full-on class. That class isn't being, right now we have people coming, what we're doing now is recording the next segments, but that first segment is already done. So people that are coming to the program, if they do the whole program, they're getting those first 5 segments. But what the question is when they're watching it and they're working with discarnates, you know, they're asking to call me in. Okay, so yeah, you can call me in. When you're listening to anything, you can call me in. It just keeps you more protected and also brings you different awarenesses too. Okay, let's see here. Okay, standard procedure, what you said at the standard procedure to adjust because light, not darkness. Yeah. Yep. Okay, hang on here. Okay. Ooh, Hang on a second. What is this? She's been a victim of being stuffed into soul boxes. Sorry, guys. Okay, she says, I've been a victim of being stuffed into soul boxes. It is awful. I have, through my soul piece, what was going on. I was caught through people that I met from past lives. That makes me wonder, Jennifer, if there's still some kind of aspect of you that's still trapped in a soul box. Okay, here's the thing, people. People that get caught in soul boxes, okay? You don't just get out. You've been captured. Your soul, this soul essence. It doesn't mean that your entire soul, because remember, when you think about the human body here, this is our human body. Our soul comes in, lives through this body, but we have our higher levels. We got oversoul levels, God self levels, superconscious levels. So there's all these aspects of us, okay? We're multidimensional. So you're not capturing the entire being of that soul. You're capturing the soul that is in that body in that lifetime. Okay, so it's a piece of that. Okay, when they take that's your incarnating soul. Okay, when they take that, you're not going to be incarnating. So somehow, some way, you have to have been released in order to be incarnating again. So somewhere, somehow, with Jennifer, let me just track. I just want to know. Okay, where she was. Whoa. Okay. Okay, and then someone really did she get released? Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, so she has on some level, she has some kind of, the soul's not going to forget that stuff. It's friggin' intense. Here's what's up. Think about this. Think about just being locked in your room and you can never get out. Okay, think about that. That's the soul capturing stuff. Not cool. It's one of the worst things you can do, truly. Beyond killing people, okay? This is the soul. You stop it from incarnating. Not cool. Okay. Okay, hang on a second. Amy, what is this? What is this? Okie dokie. Could that caption be a glass jar? Who would come outside? No, Amy, sweetie, you wouldn't be in this body if there was a soul capturing, if your soul was captured, you wouldn't be here right now. You wouldn't be able to incarnate. Okay? All your other levels will still be alive and well, but you're stuck. You're not coming out. Okay, so what you're experiencing, it's not a glass jar, okay? Okay, so you always feel like outside everything in your life, trying to reach goals, dreams, even people without reaching, how can I jar and blah, yeah. So that's not really soul capturing. Now, you might have dark force interferences, which is what I was talking about, okay? Does she have dark force interference? Big time. That's what's up. Okay, so part of what you're experiencing, Amy, is you got involved with the power. You got some agreements, contracts, oaths, vows, promises, allegiances with the powers of darkness. Now you're paying the price. Okay. Hang on. There's still. Yeah. Okay. So powers of darkness. You got enemy. Oh, here's another thing. People think about this. When you've done things, when you caused harm to other people, those family of those people, friends and beloveds of those people, might not like what you have done. And that's some of what's happening to you, Amy, is I can see literally I can see almost like a glass dome looking thing around you. They're keeping you contained. These are the people that you caused harm to. These are the people that were devastated and hurt through the atrocities that you did utilizing the powers of darkness. Okay. All of this can be unwound. And people, I'm going to be really clear here. There is no good, bad, right, wrong. All that's happening is the soul, your soul, my soul, all of us, we are experiencing all of life. All of life. Okay? That means we hurt people, we torture people, we're the victims to all of that. We have great love. Okay? Just imagine the whole spectrum of the darkest of dark and the lightest of light. We're going to know everything we can possibly know to know ourselves, which is creation knowing itself in physicality, in this realm, in the body. Okay? Everything is agreed upon on some level. Okay? Even those souls that got captured, there's an agreement on some level. Otherwise, their soul, their body wouldn't have gotten caught. Okay? So, but the thing is in time, everything gets to be released somehow, some way. So, however, the other person I was talking with got released, somebody somehow was released. Okay, so Amy, you're not in a soul capturing. Okay, you've got interferences and lots of different things that are causing your experience, and it's because of what I just said. Okay. Okay, hang on. They just leave this all. Yep, they leave them in a box. You bet. The one, remember I was saying, if you didn't hear earlier, I was talking about one of my clients. Yeah, he saw this. He saw the box with the souls in it. So yeah, you're in a box, some kind of container, something that's created specifically. And there's something about that happens um, on some psychological level. You're going into this experience. The body's going to be killed. As the soul leaves the body, there's a capturing of that soul, and they contain it. Okay, it's contained. Did you ever, any of you see that? I think the movie was like The Little Mermaid, and that the big octopus. Remember, she had all those souls that she would capture and keep all those peoples. Yeah, well, once you're captured, you're there. But somehow, some way, you're going to get released. But somehow, you wanted to know yourself as being captured, soul captured. Okay, people. Here's the thing: we're wanting to know ourselves in all these different ways. We're making agreements to have these experiences. Now, not everybody has a desire to know themselves as having their soul captured, okay? I, for one, am not interested, okay? But doesn't mean other people clearly aren't, or they are interested, okay? Okay, Church of Temple. Does that mean don't angry, don't curse on that? Oh, yeah. Well, okay, okay, guys, I have to speak on this. Okay, so Amy's saying, does that mean you don't get angry and don't curse when mad? Okay. Of course, everyone's going to get mad, okay? But what we're doing, if I'm, like, for example, let's just say you're driving down the road, someone cuts you off and you get upset. I'm sure most everyone has had that experience, okay? Whether, flip them off, whatever. You're hitting them with energy. You're not pulling in darkness. Now, let's just say someone cut you off and then you have this, you want to hurt them, you want to, cause them harm, and you do something like do some kind of casting. Well, then you're opening up those doors, okay? But just because someone, curse them, stupid idiots or whatever, you're whacking them, but you're not cursing them, okay? That's an emotional outburst, which everybody has, but you're not calling in the powers of darkness, okay? Big, big, big difference. Got it? Okay, so today again, fear of your own power is happening in about half an hour. If you haven't gotten in on that, you might want to. It's going to be a big one, guys. Big, 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 big. Because it's not just, being disempowered. It's like some of it has to do with what we're talking about. Okay, you've done some bad stuff. Now you don't want to let yourself have your power. Let's clean that stuff up. Get it out of the way. All right, everyone. So remember, we do this. I'm live here twice a month. The second Friday of every month is Quantum Consciousness. The fourth Friday of every month is Q&A. So in a couple weeks, come back, we'll do Q&A. All right, everyone, I'm going to head out. Get ready for the group clearing coming up. Fear of your own power. All righty, thanks for being here. Bye.